Hey guys, welcome to Dimple Fam. I'm Andy.
And I'm Pat.
Today we're going to be showing you guys a compiled video since our last video of the free polls. And then after that we're going to hop right into Newsday Tuesday because that's what we all been waiting for.
So we hope you guys are going to enjoy this exciting news, and it's super fun for me because I'm a huge Final Fantasy VII Remake fan. So all you other fans out there, stay tuned for some exciting updates.
We post weekly videos on mobile games, so if you guys like content like this, please give us a like down below, subscribe, and comment because we read every single comment and we try to get back to you guys as soon as we can. Okay, so let's hop right into it.
Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is Andy is going to check out my free pulls from Friday till today, and she's going to react and see what I got. So
I've already started, just so you guys know.
So I'm going to rewatch this too because
you just can't remember what you get, honestly. Like,
I know.
I just never remember.
Just never remember.
Nice. Good start.
Not a good start.
Okay, not a good start. JK, guys. JK.
And I'm trying to actively forget things, even if it is a NV unit, because that way it won't give it away. Even if I say...
you don't want to react, because like they will, like, you guys will see his face and then you'll know.
So I've like, and it's good that I'm really busy at work so that I completely forget these things.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't even remember like what I ate the other day. So
okay, so nothing.
It's been pretty bad. So let us know in the comments down below if you guys have had some... Ooh, I got a crack. If you guys have had some pretty good pulls this week. It seems so far mine aren't the... Okay, come on. Nope. Oh! Nope. So mine are pretty bad this week.
Yeah, it's pretty bad so far.
I'm really hoping that on Thursday that the free pulls will be a lot better, because that's when NV Aerith comes out, and I really want to get her because that will add to my FF7 collection. But I don't want to spend too many resources because there's a bunch of, you know, Neovision units on the horizon, and Elena's coming up. I was hoping that she would come this week. Unfortunately, she didn't, because I was so pumped to get her.
I want to get her too. I'm excited for her, guys. Like, how many of you guys are excited too, right?
Ooh, nice. I got a rainbow.
I wonder who you got.
Yes! So I got a Noel, and that is my third copy. So I'm kind of in a pickle because he has a really good STMR, and I could easily get it by getting his Prism and then, you know, fusing it into him. But I don't want to spend 8 UOCs on just getting his STMR. So, I mean, I've gotten him through the free pulls over the past how many weeks? So, who knows? Maybe I can get a 4th copy in the upcoming free pulls again. But those are my pulls. Now we're going to go into Andy's account, and I'm going to react to what she got in the previous week.
Now we're going to hop right into my free pulls and see what I got, guys.
Alright, so I started the video, and we're going to check out her Friday. Let's see what you got on Friday. Hopefully it's more exciting than mine, because mine was like a snooze fest over there. Coming out gold.
Yeah, I don't remember what I got either.
So not the best start. Okay.
Hey, that's the same for you.
I know. And ooh, you got a rainbow. What did you get? Assassin Shadow. He's... I don't actually know. Like, does he have a good TMR or anything? I can't even remember because he's so irrelevant that I just don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know if he has a good STMR.
I actually haven't checked him out yet, so I don't even think I will care because I'm not going to be using him. I don't really need him, right? Like,
no, you don't. Exactly, you got like 4 NV units pretty much.
Exactly, so I don't think I really need him at this point.
Not at all. So, also nothing.
That would be so nice if I got another NV unit, guys. Like,
it would be really nice. but
I got
unfortunately...
I got 2 free NV Cloud from my free tolls,
Ooh,
guys.
rainbow.
Like,
Let's see what rainbow she got.
but yeah, I was considering if I should use Lapis for the rain. I still haven't got rain, so have you got rain? Or...
Nope, I have not got rain.
Yeah, I'm missing rain. I want to try to get him before Thursday, and then I want to try to get Aerith before Elena, obviously. Yeah. So that was not too exciting.
It's not too exciting. We both got a rainbow. No, you got 2, so you beat me there. But yes, we definitely want to try to get Rain, just so we can add him to our collection. And I really like the fact that he has a Beast Killer skill. Another thing too is that he can give other team members a fire imbue, which is really nice, especially if you want to play Dark Visions. So I personally would love to have him for that. And then of course with Aerith dropping on Thursday, she is a healer and the first NV healer that we're getting. So I think that's really nice because as a support unit, hopefully she'll be really good. I haven't looked at her kit or anything because it's the JP side. So we're really excited to see what she gets released with in Global and seeing if she'll be really good.
Anyways, let's get on with the news, guys. First piece of news, guys, is Overdrive and login bonus. I kind of took a quick peek at it, and I love the login bonus because we saw for in the next 2 weeks we get a total of 4,400 like Lapis, so that is pretty amazing. First day you get the anniversary vision card, and then day 2 to day 6 you just get a bunch of Lapis. And then day 7 you get an NV EX ticket, which is pretty good because it's 5-star or NV. So that's like, you have a high chance of getting that NV unit, guys. So
I don't know about high chance, but
I think it's pretty high chance. It's like 5-star NV. That's pretty high chance.
I mean,
I've
gotten no NV units from those tickets so far, but hey, some of you guys have. So maybe it's a high chance for you guys, and I just have really bad luck. But all mine have been 5-star.
And then the next few days is more Lapis, and then we get this 5-star guarantee 10+1 summon ticket. No NV, but that's okay, guys. And then day 14 is Ascension Pearl. So that's really good. So we get to vote more. Part 2 of this voting, guys, and then we will get to the details later.
Alright guys, so the next piece of news is the FF7 Remake login bonus. So here you can see that you get Aerith's Shard, and you get 10 of them. And then if you keep going, day 2 we get Cloud's Fragment, day 3 we get an EX ticket, day 4 we get more Aerith fragments, and then day 5 we get Red 13's Fragment times 10. And day 6 we get an Ascension Pearl. And then if you keep looking, we get another 10 Aerith fragments, Cloud Fragment times 10, and then Red 13 Fragment times 10. So those are the 9 days that we're going to be getting fragments. And then the 10th day we get an EX ticket, which is not an NV EX ticket, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's like the login bonus. Yeah.
And it's really awkward because the numbers here are strange. Like Aerith's fragment, you get, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So that's 30 fragments. So this is a really awkward number because you need 50 fragments to awaken Aerith. And then for Cloud, the OG Cloud, you're only getting 1, 2, it looks like. Unless I counted wrong, but it looks like you're only getting 2 of these fragments, so that's 20, and you would need another 30. So if you were to break one Cloud down into fragments, you would only get 25. So if you add that up,
that's like 45.
You're at 45.
5 more, and how are you gonna get? What are you gonna do with the extra 5, right? Because you need 50.
Yeah. So.
And then if you sacrifice another, well, I call it sacrifice, but I mean like if you exchange it for another 10. So and then you're gonna have 5. I'm confused.
This is very confusing. I don't know what's up with this login bonus, but we're gonna move into the next piece of news, and hopefully that clears up some of our confusion. So let's hop into the next piece.
So now we're gonna hop right into the juice, guys, of part 2 of what we're voting for. So option 1 is weekly free 10 summons, so you get 40 units. Option 2 is free daily summon for 30 days. So that's like 30 units. And the 5-star and NV rates are still the same. So if I was choosing option 1 and option 2, I would obviously go for option 1. But now let's look into option 3. So option 3 is, I'm not really sure what they mean by get a total of over 5,000 lapis 14 days. I don't know if they mean that we can get up to 5,000 lapis per day, or we're gonna get over 5,000 lapis total in the 2 weeks. So I don't really know. What is yours like? How was it like previously? Did they have such events like that every year, or?
Well, I don't think they called it a raffle before, because in the past, what we had is you would get this like daily lapis, and so you go in, you spin a wheel, kind of like our daily ad thingy where you watch an ad and then you spin the wheel, except the wheel has lapis numbers on it, and you can get between like 100 to 5,000 lapis. I think there was times where I actually ended up getting like 3,000 lapis off of like,
in one day,
one of those wheel spins.
Wow.
Which was really, really lucky.
I'm excited.
But I mean, a lot of the time you'll spin it and you'll just get like 100 lapis, which is still good. But I don't know if that Lapis Raffle is the same thing as the spinning wheel that we've had in the past.
Let's hope it is, because if it is, that's really amazing. Can you imagine if you can win up to 5,000 lapis per day? Wow, that's okay. I'm not saying that you'll win like 5,000 lapis like every single day, or like 1,000.
Even once, you might not even get it once.
Yeah, but like knowing that you have a chance, that's pretty good. I think I like that. I like that.
So it is a little confusing because they do say you will get over 5,000 lapis. So it sounds like you would get a minimum of 5,000, but I'm not sure based on
it's very vague, so I'm not really sure exactly what they are referring to, if it's like a daily or like you'll get a total of, I mean, they did say total, so it might just mean that like in the 2 weeks to 14 days that you'll just get a total of over 5,000 lapis maybe? I don't know.
So let us know in the comments down below which one you guys are going to be voting for, because as it stands, option 1 and option 2 don't seem like it makes sense. Like, you know, you get free 10 polls for 4 weeks, and the NV rates and 5-star rates are the same as the daily free poll, but the daily free poll you get it for 30 days. And if you're only given 1 unit per day, that's only 30 units. So
like obviously option 1 would be
either
option 1 or option 3, guys. It's like one or the other.
Yeah, I don't even know why they made option 2. Like, it makes no sense to me.
No, actually no, because some people actually like summoning every day, so they don't want to wait, right? But if you wait, you get more units. That's how we see it. So
it's kind of like that psych experiment where like you have the kid come in and it's like, hey, if you want this candy, you can have it now. But if you wait 30 minutes,
you get a full bag of candy.
Yeah,
right?
you get a full bag or something like that. If you guys ever heard of this psych experiment, give us a comment below and
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of it? Well, let's see who in the comments has actually heard of this psych experiment. Alright, so the next thing we got is the exchange tickets for the Overdrive 4th anniversary event. So this shop has been expanded, and essentially we're getting the same kind of treatment as we have for Final Fantasy VII Remake Cloud, NV Rain. And so with Aerith, her new addition is the fragments, same as before. But you can also see that we have Cloud OG fragments and Red 13 fragments in the exchange shop as well. But of course, they cost you 1 ticket, so you might want to reconsider if you want to spend this ticket for these old units fragments. Of course,
I will go with the new units.
Exactly. You probably might want to spend it on the newer unit, especially if you are able to get Aerith. But if you aren't able to get her and you really love OG Cloud and Red 13, then of course, you know, you're free to do whatever you like. But just knowing that Aerith's fragment costs the exact same as the old units, it's kind of disheartening. But anyways, so that's the new exchange shop. And then to follow this, we also have the new Soon TM shop. So if you've been following along and grinding out these coins, you'll know that there's all these forticites and fragments that you can acquire. So if we go into here and we look at the new updates, what they're adding is Cloud's Fragment times 5 with a trading limit of 5. So
that answers our previous question when we were like, oh, what about that 5? So now we know.
So now we know you can get your 5 from the Soon TM shop, and it only costs 50 medals, so it's really not that hard to get. And then, of course, there's another Ascension Pearl and then all the forticites. So that's really nice there, but the only thing is that we don't have Red 13's fragments in here. So you can only get them from the 4th Anniversary Overdrive exchange ticket. So that's a little upsetting because, you know, if you are a huge fan of Red 13, you either have to have lots of copies of him or you gotta get his fragments through the daily login plus the shop. So, the Overdrive shop. So that's a little unfortunate, but we're gonna move on now and we're gonna go into the next piece of news.
They now released 2 more Neovision cards, guys. That's so awesome because one of it is the Scorpion one, and you can actually get it when you summon an NV unit. That's amazing, don't you think? I mean, yes, summoning an NV unit is really hard, but if you think about it, you can get it with any NV unit. That's pretty,
I think it's pretty awesome because if you look at the drawing, it is so cute, and
it's your favorite.
It's the very first battle that you have in Final Fantasy VII. So,
well, I wouldn't know, but anyways.
And the skill that they give you is not too bad. It activates a barrier for the caster at the beginning of the battle. Now the thing is it has to be equipped to an NV unit. So unfortunately,
so it's more like a tank one, right?
It's a tank one.
This is a defense.
But we don't have any NV tanks yet, so that's why this is kind of a bummer to get, because you can only put it on a Neovision unit, and all we have right now are damage dealers, and then Aerith is going to be a healer.
So,
but she has her own card, which you'll probably want to put on. So,
speaking of Aerith, her card is called Planet's Whisper. You can get it when you awaken Aerith to EX +1 and EX +3, like the other ones. So let's look at the stats. So level 1, Magic Spirit +40. And then level 10, you get Magic and Spirit +65. So is that good, or?
It's pretty high Magic and Spirit. I mean, I can't remember what the highest Spirit piece is, but I think Uraisha's STMR is like 54 flat Spirit, I think. So that's pretty high for a card. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't remember the exact stats of Uraisha's STMR, but I do know that it gives you HP +30%.
So when you increase it to level 4, it boosts Magic and Spirit by 25% when equipped with a rod. And then same with level 7. And then level 10, boosts Magic and Spirit by 20%, but the requirement is a FF7 unit, so that's not very many units you could use this on.
It's pretty much
limited.
Yeah. You can only use it on 4. Well, you can use the card on anyone, but to get the level 10 skill to take effect, you need to be equipped to
the FF7. Yes. Yeah. So that which
if you think about it,
that's good to level 7.
70% Magic and Spirit, like when it's fully maxed out on an FF7 unit. But if you want to equip it on someone else, that's Magic and Spirit +50%. So
that's not really good. Like,
it's still pretty good.
Oh, and they need a rod though.
And they need a rod, yes.
Yeah. We got a new raid, guys, and it's called the Valkyrie. I'm not really looking forward to this because there's way too much like raid and stuff to grind. It's like I feel like I'm like literally have to be on my phone grinding like FFBE like constantly like to get all these rewards, or else like I have FOMO, guys. Like I don't want to miss out on any rewards. Like no. So, but I feel exhausted. Like I don't know. Do you guys feel me? Like
let us know in the comments down below if you guys feel the same, because I myself, who am a huge grinder.
Well, that's different. You're different. You love grinding. Like,
I'm trying to say that I'm not.
auto, like all day long, and I'm like, how do you do that? Like, oh, that's
I'm trying to say that I'm even exhausted.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I am so exhausted because I've been trying to get everything out of the King Mog shop, and I'm almost done. There are still a few forticites that I have to get, and I haven't even started grinding out like the rain emblems or anything. Not that I have him, but like if I get him in the future, I would like to have those insignias so I could awaken his abilities. And then there's also the story event, which is also in the news, where we're getting the Cave of Crystals. So if you're behind on your Pure Crest and like all those other crysts...
I'm actually behind everything. I'm behind everything, guys. Like, oh, man.
So there's just a lot. I mean,
there's way too much, and it's hard for me. And like, I'm slower at all these events, so it's like it's so hard.
It does take you longer.
Like, get everything that I need. Like, I can't. It's just a little too much at the moment. I feel like it's just like all at once, like a wave, like, I don't know.
Because we're gonna have to spend energy. We're gonna have to spend raid orbs. Don't forget there's item world, so you gotta spend those orbs. And then you also gotta get your arena orbs going. So
I've been lazy with arena and like
So the reason why I say this, and the reason why I also promote me being a huge grinder, is because we are actually free-to-play players, which any of you have been following our channel know that we are free-to-play players. We typically don't buy bundles, and
well, we do if we see something that's really, really worth it, and we also obviously want to support the company.
But so far, we haven't seen any really good bundles to date, so we haven't bought any yet. And if you don't grind the arena, you're missing out on 40 Lapis, which doesn't seem like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, if you add it up, it gets you quite the amount. And then the same with the daily wheel spin also nets you, a maximum of 150 Lapis if you're lucky. So if you combine all that together, it adds up to quite the amount of Lapis. That's why, it can take a lot of time to do those 7 ads for 30 seconds each, and then also, 10 arena orbs. You don't have to do the 10. I like to do the 10 because you get the trust coins. But if you just do 5, it still takes time because, if you don't have a good team, you can't beat it in one go.
Yeah, I'm very bad with arena, so I don't think it's like... I don't know, I just think everything I do takes forever. And also for the free daily like spin thing, I don't think I've ever got the 150. Have you?
I've gotten it a few times.
Oh, wow.
A few times.
But I mean, you've been playing it for like a few years. I haven't even played it for like 1 year yet. No. Anyways, guys, let's hop right back into the Valkyrie because I don't want to keep you guys waiting longer. So everything's pretty much the same. You get the coins, you do the raid box summoning. Then let's look at the craft event limited equipment.
Bubbles is hiding in the background.
Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face because I heard my dog whining. Anyways, so we have your favorite ones from the FF7 game. So there's the Supernatural Wrist Guard, which is attack plus 30%. Then there's the Aerith Armlet, defense plus 5, spirit plus 20, and spirit plus 20%. I think that's all like pretty good for new players. And then there's the Guard Stick. So attack plus 7, magic plus 114, and then spirit plus 103. And then the last one is Legacy of Ancient, which is a materia which boosts MP by 30%, spirit by 50%, and then you restore MP every turn. So that's really good, guys. Like, I'm probably gonna try to get the materia. Well, you're gonna try to get everything. I know you.
I'm gonna get everything.
I will just try to... I think that for me, like, as a newer player, I think if you don't want to grind like the whole thing, don't you think that the materia is the most important to get?
The materia is the most important, but because it is the best piece of equipment on this list, I know for a fact they're gonna make it on the 5th box, which means you're gonna have to grind a lot to get it. Because
that sucks, guys.
They always do that. Like, the best piece of gear they put on the last box, and they make it hard for people who like don't have time or don't grind.
Yeah, I never really get to the last box. I think I usually get like the first two and I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Because usually the first few boxes has those like, 5-star guaranteed tickets and whatnot, so most people just go there. And then they put the gear on the last bit, so you have to be really dedicated to get it, and I'm like 500% certain they're going to do that with this materia because it's actually really good. Regardless of whether you're a new player or an older player, 50% spirit is pretty high. Obviously not the best compared to some other materias, but having that 50% with the MP boost and MP refresh, I think is really nice because a lot of the other 50% spirit materias either, fill your LB gauge or they're literally just 50% spirit. So this is really nice, I think. The gear itself is decent for a newer player, but if you're a fan of Final Fantasy VII Remake, I think they're awesome because
Of course.
I'm going to be putting these equipment on my unit, even if they're not the best, because I just want to relive the Final Fantasy VII Remake game in FFBE. And with these new units and with this gear, it's going to be amazing. Because we already got Purple Pain, we already got the Mithril Saber, so now we got the guard stick for Aerith. I'm hoping I can get her, and it's going to be a fun time.
For sure.
Alright guys, we are close to the end, and we've saved the best piece of news for last, which is the actual banner for Aerith Neo Vision unit. So, if we look at the banner, we have Aerith herself, and then we got OG Cloud as the Neo Vision Awakenable, and then we also have Red 13, who is also Neo Vision Awakenable, and they also threw in Rufus, who is just a 7-star, unfortunately. But if we go look at Aerith, so she has her Brave Shift here, which turns her into her best dress in the game, which is really, really cool. I like that they did that.
Ooh, I like it.
It's
I love how she is completely transformed. It's like she's going to prom or some fancy I don't know, night out or something.
Well, it was a fancy night out to Trick the Dawn. Spoiler alert, if you guys haven't played the game. But this is her best dress that she wears if you complete all the missions and side quests. Otherwise, she gets this really, spoiler, crappy dress. But anyways, going into her EX Awakening rewards, we get, her Brave Shift, we get her Vision card, and then plus the Metal Gigantors. I really wish we could get these easier because I'm stuck at a certain level for my card, and I really want to get it higher. But anyways, if we look at her Brave Shift duration, it's infinite turns. But she does have a Brave Shift cooldown, so when you turn her into her Brave Shift form, she has a 1-turn cooldown, but it's available from turn 1. So that's nice there. And then if we look at her Super Trustmaster reward, it's a piece of clothing which gives defense plus 28, magic plus 80, and spirit plus 70. So those are really high magic and spirit stats, which is really, really nice. And then she's got this bonus effect called Activate Snappy Dresser, which is boost equipment magic when a single weapon is equipped in both hands. So it's nice there because it's a piece of clothing that gives you true double hand, which is interesting because, most of the really high-end magic damage dealers are using true double wield. So it's nice here that we get a change and get to do some true double hand. And then when we look at her Trustmaster reward, it is a prayer to change the future, which is boost magic by 40%, spirit by 20%, and fire, ice, lightning, and light resistance by 15%. So, the TMR is, decent. You get your magic, you get your spirit, and then you also get the elemental resist, which is nice for dark visions if you need that extra boost in, magic percent, but also want to put on some resistance gear as well. So, I think that's pretty nice. 15% is kind of low, but you take what you can get. And then we already talked about the vision card, so now we're going to go to her standard abilities. And this, I love what they do, and it really hypes me up because her feature standard ability, she got her ATB ward, and then she also has Planet's Protection, which I'm pretty sure Planet's Protection was her LB in the actual game. But anyways, ATB Ward is a fill LB gauge and gradually restore HP to all allies. And then activate Limit Cheer for 2 turns on the next turn. And then Planet's Protection is activate Barrier and reduce physical damage taken by all allies for 2 turns. So it is very, very similar to what she did in the actual Final Fantasy VII Remake game. So that's nice that they did the copy over there. And then in her Brave Shift form, she's got her Sorceress Storm, which deals light damage to all enemies and restores HP for all allies. Which I think is pretty interesting because in the actual game, it just did damage to all enemies. It didn't heal anyone. So it's cool that they added the restore HP for all allies here. And then the grandest ability is Fleeting Familiar, which is boost light damage for LB abilities and magic, and boost damage for certain abilities for caster. So I think that's pretty cool there. I really wish that they added her one ability called Arcane Ward, because I think that was her most OP skill, actually. And if you guys, played the game, it really helped you cast multiple spells together, which was really useful for certain fights, like when you're fighting Bahamut and such. Okay, so then we have Cloud in his OG form, and he gets awakened to a Neovision.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get his Brave Shift, he's got his cool stance there, which he's got some blue aura going around him. I think it looks really nice.
I like it too.
And I'm hoping they do some good justice to him, because OG Cloud really sucked. I wanted to use him so badly, and you just couldn't because he was not good. So I hope they give him some love. And basically, his Brave Shift duration is 3 turns, so not like Aerith where she had unlimited. And then his Brave Shift cooldown, it's a 1-turn cooldown as well, available on turn 1. His Super Trust Master and Trust Master are the same, so we're not going to go into that. And then his feature standard abilities here, we have Buster End, which is deal critical damage to one enemy, which I think is interesting that they put critical damage, because is he going to literally be doing crits? Like, I don't know.
Why? You think he's really weak?
Well, because there are some random materials in the game where it's like increased critical damage and whatever, but it's never really been brought out. Like, it's never been a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, in the game, there are crits. Like, you can get a critical strike. But it's never really highlighted in someone's ability. So, the reason why I'm pointing it out is because I noticed that. And so I'm hoping it has some sort of cool mechanic where he'll do a critical attack, like, 100% of the time or something, and it does, like, massive damage. But anyways, his other one is Sonic Impact, which is just damage one ability. Damage one enemy, which I wanted to say is a very vague ability, so that's why I had the tongue twister there. Alright, so then his featured Brave Shift abilities are Rush Strike, which is damage one enemy and fill own LB gauge. And then his grandest ability is Meteor Burst, which is fill own LB gauge to the max and activate heated up after 2 turns. So, really curious to see what happens to OG Cloud, because these are not very descriptive in terms of what's going to happen. And I really wish, for the news they would add the number so that we can see, how good a unit is. But, of course, they want to try to keep it hidden so that you're pulled for him, and then you're like, oh, he actually doesn't have that strong of a skill. But anyways, now we have Red 13, and when he gets his Brave Shift, he looks pretty cool there. And the thing with Red 13, his Brave Shift duration is also 3 turns, but he doesn't get it on turn 1. So he gets a 3-turn cooldown, and his Brave Shift is available from turn 4. So I don't know how that's going to be, because, if you've played Dark Visions, a lot of the time the boss does some nasty stuff to you on turn 4. So him getting his, Brave Shift at turn 4 doesn't sound like a good idea to me. So I wish he could have it on turn 1 like everyone else, but apparently not. So if we go down to his feature standard abilities, he has something called High Speed Fang, which is damage one enemy and caster can evade some physical attacks 10 times. So I think that's probably why they make it, his Brave Shift available after turn 4, is because he's evading 10 attacks, which is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of attacks. So I mean, I'm sure he'll be able to be safe until turn 4, but
you gotta use that every
turn.
Oh wow, you don't even have a cooldown.
There's no cooldown. Like, you could just spam this skill and you could evade forever.
But is each attack like that strong, right?
There you go. So
it could be weak 10 times.
It could be a weak skill, but I mean, you're just using it for the evasion.
Yeah.
And then what's really cool here is he has another skill called Killer Rave, which damage one enemy and boost physical damage against beasts, demons, and reapers. So this is awesome for him because in his passive kit, he actually has a lot of killers to these monsters. So I'm really curious to see what the percentage is on this skill because I think his base killers for some of these monsters is like 75 or 100, maybe even 150. I can't remember. You guys let us know in the comments and correct me, but I know his killers for these monsters is already high. So for him to get a skill that boosts it even higher is phenomenal. And then his featured Brave Shift abilities is Warrior's Cry, which is boost LB damage and restore MP every turn. And then Stardust Fire, which is deal partial unmitigated fire damage to one enemy. So his featured Brave Shift abilities don't sound too interesting, but you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens after maintenance and check out those numbers. And lastly, we got Rufus here, and his STMR is the new boss, which is boost attack by 60% when equipped with a certain piece of equipment, and then boost equipment attack when armed with 2 one-handed weapons. So, not that bad there. I mean, it's probably something I wouldn't chase after, but it's nice to have if you have it, because I don't think there are many STMRs that have this. So nice there. And then his TMR is Rufus's Clothes, which is attack plus 30, defense plus 24, nullify sleep, and activate Shinra Shotgun Shells, which is boost attack by 30% when equipped with a certain piece of gear. And then he's got his abilities here, which I'm not going to go into because he's just a 7-star unit. But yeah, it's nice that they added every single Final Fantasy VII Remake character except for Sephiroth, which I guess makes sense because he's the main villain in Final Fantasy VII, but he wasn't actually someone you fight in the remake. Spoiler alert, sorry.
Too many spoilers.
Too many spoilers.
Too many spoilers.
But it's been so long, so I'm sure you guys must have played the game already. But anyways, that concludes this banner, and we're really, really pumped, or at least I'm really, really pumped for it. And
well, I mainly just want Cloud and Aerith. That's it.
But you have 2 NV Clouds. I don't think
no,
we need
but
OG Cloud.
I think like it's nice to add it to my collection. Like, I don't know, maybe like we don't know how good OG Cloud is till we get it, right?
Till we get him.
Yeah.
But I think if you can get NV Aerith, that would be really nice because you'll get a healer boost.
Yeah, she's a really good healer boost, especially at level 10. Like, yeah.
Because I think some of your healers are, I think you only have like 1 copy of them.
I use Sakura Ayaka.
That's right,
mostly.
Yeah.
Sakura Ayaka is my main healer for pretty much everything, so it's nice to finally like change up like and have like an NV unit as my healer because it'll be like a lot stronger too with the vision cards like max level. So I think it's really useful to have Aerith for my collection.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, I wish you the best of luck. I hope I get her. I hope you get her. I hope you guys get her. And yes. We thank you so much for joining us on this Newsday Tuesday and some of the daily summons that we did. So we hope to see you guys in our next video coming out later this week once the maintenance ends and we do some more summons.
Thank you guys so much for watching our whole video. If you did, kudos to you because you guys are probably our loyal fans.
And if you aren't a loyal fan yet, we hope that you can enjoy our future content, and we mostly like to do summoning videos, so if you're interested in that type of content, don't forget to subscribe. And we also like to do some of the news just so we can hype up our summonings, and we look forward to seeing you guys later on this week after maintenance so that we can continue showing you all these awesome new summons that are coming out this Thursday.
See you guys on our next video.
Bye.